learn from this message is one little anecdote, okay? I have this concept that's called Coop's 5 Ds. They are determination, dedication, desire, discipline, and decision making. And those 5 Ds are going to be a big, important part of your life. Young men, guys, right there. Coach, gentlemen, right there. Okay, pay attention, okay? You are what they call a student athlete. And at one point in time, I was sitting right where you were. I'm from Pasadena, California, just a little north of here. And I went to school just to be a basketball player. So I was an athlete student, okay? And those 5 Ds I just told you about, those were my report card. Because all I wanted to do was just stay eligible. So as a 5th grader, 6th grader, 7th grader, 8th grader, 9th grader, all I got was D's. I got 1 A, and I was in PE. Back in our days, some of you old people out here know, all you had to do was stand on a number 40. Coach, 28, 29, 39, 40 here, Michael Cooper, okay? So that was my A. But in English, math, history, didn't care because I was there to play basketball. So from the 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, now I started growing and people started saying, that guy can play. So as a 12th grader at Pasadena High School, I still didn't get the message right because I was still an athlete student, just getting D's. So one day, I asked my coach, I said, as a senior, we're trying to decide where to go to college, and my parents didn't have money to send me to college. So I knew I was going to have to get a scholarship. So all my teammates were getting scholarships to UCLA, USC, Arizona State, and I went to the coach and I said, Coach, how come I'm not getting any letters? I had one letter from Seattle Pacific. And I didn't even know where that was, Seattle. All I knew was California, Los Angeles, okay? And he said, Coop, the reason why you're not getting any offers is because they don't think that you can excel or be successful in the classroom. So I said, you know what, I'll show them. Had a pretty good senior year. Now people are starting to recognize Michael Cooper. So I went to the next available option for me, which is your community college. And I went to Pasadena City College. And I said, you know what, I'll show all these people. But I still had that concept down being an athlete student. So as a freshman in college, still getting D's, but that kept me eligible to play. Until one day I decided to skip school, and I'm gonna make my story real short to get to the point of it, that I didn't do the right things in college. And I became what they call academically ineligible. What that means is, you can go to school, but you can't play sports. So whatever your athletic endeavor might be, swimming, tennis, golf, basketball, baseball, football, you can't do that. Well, you can do it on your own, but you can't do it for that school. And you know what, one of the proudest things as an athlete that you can do is wear that jersey for NJB and represent your team. Where the Lobos at? There you go, Lobos. Okay. Before I went to school. So I went to my coach, told him, I said, Coach, can you help me out? He goes, Coop, I can't do it because the professor sees more in you than just an athlete. And that was the beginning of Michael Cooper standing here in front of you today. Because without that professor believing in me, without that uniform on, I would not be here. So the first thing I did is I had to get my concept down right. I had to become a student athlete. So with determination, dedication, desire, discipline, and decision making, I couldn't quite put that into play on the court. I had to do it in the classroom. So I was determined to be a better student. It took a lot of dedication to be a better student, a lot of desire because I still wanted to play basketball. It took some discipline because I wasn't a good student, but I had made the decision that I was going to be a student athlete. So after that horrible freshman season, I came back my sophomore year with that concept in mind, and instead of walking in a classroom and sitting in that back seat, I started sitting up front. I started learning, something I never thought I could do. And I finally got an A in worst subject that I could ever have is math. And I asked the teacher, I said, Miss Williams, why are you giving me an A? She said, Coop, because you're at least trying. And that's all we want you to do as parents, coaches, mentors, is for you guys to try. So with that trying, gave me the opportunity where the Lobos saw me, went to New Mexico, finished up there, and that's where the Lakers saw me because Jerry West,
Michael Cooper, Phil Jackson. We're not going to the rec centers. We're not going to the Ys. We're not going to the local schoolyard. We're going to the university to find our player. And as a WNBA coach, ladies, there's an opportunity for you to make some good money. Lisa Leslie, how many of you know Lisa Leslie? Everybody in there? Lisa Leslie made $1.6 million now, just her playing basketball. And then she's got a lot of endorsements for other things. So with determination, dedication, desire, discipline, and decision making, that'll take you young people a long way with a basketball or baseball or whatever your athletic dream is.